Good evening. I welcome you to Strange Nexus, your portal to the realms of the strange, spooky, and unexplained. On tonight's episode, I bring to you the story of Kwame, an avid explorer deep within the lush jungles of the Congo. He and his team soon find themselves trapped and face to face with bizarre and deadly creatures.
The jungle of the Congo has long held its mysteries, and I, Kwame Holloway, was a man who thrived on exploring the unknown. But even my thirst for adventure couldn't have prepared me for the harrowing journey that lay ahead, an expedition that would take me deep into the heart of the jungle, where the line between reality and nightmare would blur beyond recognition. Our team was a diverse group of experts, each with their own field of specialization. We had botanists, zoologists, and anthropologists, all eager to uncover the hidden secrets of the Congo. Our mission was to document the flora and fauna of this uncharted region, and for the most part, we had succeeded. But it was the uncharted territories that beckoned us, the vast, dense wilderness that had never felt the footfalls of explorers before. As we ventured deeper into the jungle, hacking our way through the thick underbrush and forging across wild rivers, the anticipation was palpable. We believed we were on the cusp of discovering new species, perhaps even uncovering a treasure trove of knowledge that would rewrite scientific textbooks. But the jungle had its secrets, and it was not willing to yield them easily. We first encountered the strange occurrences at night, beneath the thick canopy of the jungle. Eerie, otherworldly sounds echoed through the darkness, hissing and rattling like serpents poised to strike. Our resident herpetologist, Dr. Margaret Sinclair, assured us that these were merely the calls of unknown reptilian species. Yet, there was an unmistakable unease that settled upon our camp. Then, the bizarre flora began to reveal its sinister nature. Vines that reached out like serpents, attempting to coil around our ankles and drag us into the underbrush. Carnivorous plants with gaping maws, their sinister jaws snapping shut with a disconcerting speed. Our team's botanist, Dr. Ethan Reynolds, could only marvel at the jungle's capacity for the grotesque. But it was when we stumbled upon the valley that our journey took a nightmarish turn. Nestled amidst the relentless foliage, it beckoned to us like a siren's call, a mysterious depression in the landscape, lush and inviting. The team, driven by curiosity and the promise of discovery, ventured deeper into its enigmatic embrace. The valley was unlike anything we had ever encountered. Towering ferns cast long shadows, their fronds weaving an eerie tapestry of greenish light. The air was heavy with a cloying, earthy scent, and the distant cacophony of unidentified creatures filled our ears. We were enthralled, but we were also about to be ensnared in a waking nightmare. It began with our first night in the valley. Our campfire cast flickering shadows that seemed to dance with an eerie sentience. Strange, phosphorescent mushrooms illuminated the underbrush, creating an otherworldly spectacle. We had no idea that these unnatural phenomena were harbingers of the terror that awaited us. The next morning, as we ventured further into the valley, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The oppressive heat bore down on us, and it was as if the jungle itself was closing in, suffocating us with its weight. We were no longer documenting the jungle's wonders, we were struggling to survive them. As the days wore on, strange occurrences became a daily routine. Our camp was frequently visited by bizarre, lizard-like creatures with serpentine facial features. They moved with an eerie, almost fluid grace, their eyes a malevolent yellow that betrayed no hint of emotion. These creatures, which we came to call the lizard people, were unlike anything we had ever seen. They walked upright on powerful hind legs, their bodies covered in iridescent scales that shimmered in the dappled sunlight. Their hands ended in wickedly sharp claws, and their eyes bore into our souls with a predatory intelligence. But what chilled us to the bone was their domesticated beasts, raptor-like creatures that stalked the periphery of our camp. These reptilian monstrosities moved silently through the underbrush, their eyes locked onto us with a hunger that was both primal and calculated. We realized we were being hunted, and our status as prey became inescapable. The lizard people, it seemed, were the apex predators of this jungle, and we had unwittingly stumbled into their hunting grounds. Our attempts to communicate with them were futile. Their language consisted of guttural hisses and clicks, incomprehensible to our ears. Any attempt to approach them was met with hissing threats and displays of their formidable claws. Our medic, Dr. Rachel Bennett, made the sobering discovery that some members of our team were missing. They had been taken in the night, dragged into the jungle's depths by the lizard people. The fate that awaited them was unimaginable, and it filled us with a paralyzing dread. As the days turned into a nightmarish cycle of survival, we realized that we had to find a way out of this valley or die trying. We knew that time was running out, and with each passing day, the lizard people closed in on us like vultures circling their prey. Our botanist, Dr. Ethan Reynolds, had stumbled upon a strange bioluminescent plant that seemed to react to our presence. Its eerie, pulsating light was unlike anything we had seen before, and it held the key to our salvation, or so we hoped. We decided to create a makeshift perimeter around our camp using the bioluminescent plants, hoping that their eerie glow would deter the lizard people and their raptor companions. It was a desperate gamble, but we had no other choice. As night fell, we huddled together within our luminous circle, our senses heightened to the point of paranoia. The jungle seemed to come alive with unseen creatures, and the distant hissing and rattling grew louder, more ominous. Then, as the moon rose in the sky, a low, rumbling growl echoed through the jungle, a sound that sent shivers down our spines. We knew that the lizard people were close, and that our fate hung in the balance. As if on cue, the jungle erupted into chaos. The lizard people, their eyes gleaming with a predatory hunger, emerged from the underbrush. They were not alone. Their raptor companions were at their side, ready to strike. Our perimeter of bioluminescent plants cast an eerie, pulsating glow, illuminating the grotesque tableau that unfolded before us. The lizard people hissed and clicked, their claws extended, while the raptors circled us, their reptilian eyes locked onto our throats. In that moment, it was as if the jungle itself held its breath, waiting to witness the outcome of this deadly confrontation. We had one chance, one desperate bid for survival. With a signal, we ignited the bioluminescent plants, creating a blinding wall of light that momentarily blinded our assailants. It was a split-second advantage, but it was all we needed. With adrenaline-fueled determination, we fought our way through the disoriented lizard people and their raptors. Claws and teeth clashed, and the jungle echoed with our cries of desperation. The odds were against us, but we were driven by a primal instinct to survive. Through sheer determination and a stroke of luck, we managed to break free from the encircling nightmare and make a run for it, darting into the dense underbrush. Behind us, the lizard people and their raptors gave chase, their unearthly cries filling the night. As we fled through the tangled foliage, our hearts pounding in our chests, I couldn't help but wonder if we had merely escaped from one nightmare into another. The jungle still held its secrets, and the lizard people were not far behind, their hissing voices echoing through the night. We were trapped in this primeval nightmare, fighting for our lives in a world that defied all reason and logic. The jungle had become a labyrinth of terror, and our only hope was to find a way out before the lizard people closed in on us once more. Hours turned into days, and our harrowing flight continued. We navigated treacherous terrain, crossed swift rivers, and climbed jagged cliffs in a desperate bid for survival. The jungle seemed relentless, as if it conspired to keep us within its nightmarish embrace. And all the while, the lizard people stalked us like phantoms, their eyes gleaming in the shadows. They were relentless in their pursuit, and it seemed as though they knew the jungle better than we ever could. But we were not without our own determination and resourcefulness. We scavenged what we could from the jungle, sharp-edged leaves and thorns that we fashioned into crude weapons. We climbed trees to escape the raptors and fashioned makeshift shelters to evade our relentless pursuers. Days turned into weeks, and our strength began to wane. We were battered and bruised, our bodies covered in cuts and scrapes, but we refused to give in to despair. We knew that we had to find a way out, to escape this cursed jungle and the nightmare that pursued us. Then, one fateful day, as we ventured deeper into the jungle's heart, we stumbled upon a cave, a dark, foreboding chasm that seemed to beckon to us. It was a desperate gamble, but we had no other choice. We entered the cave, hoping that it would offer us refuge from the horrors of the jungle. Inside, the cave was a labyrinth of twisting tunnels and chambers, each one shrouded in darkness. We had no idea where it would lead, but we pressed on, our torches casting flickering shadows on the damp, moss-covered walls. As we ventured deeper into the cave, we began to notice strange, hieroglyphic-like markings etched into the stone. They were unlike any writing we had ever seen, and we realized that they were the handiwork of an ancient civilization, one that had once sought refuge within these very caves. The deeper we ventured, the more intricate the markings became, telling the story of a people who had faced a similar nightmare, a tribe that had once been hunted by the lizard people and their raptor companions. It was a chilling revelation, and we knew that we were not the first to encounter these horrors. The tribe had left behind clues, warnings, and a glimmer of hope, a secret passage that led deeper into the cave, away from the jungle and the nightmare that pursued us. With renewed determination, we followed the ancient markings, deeper into the heart of the cave. The air grew colder, and the echoes of our footsteps became deafening in the oppressive silence. We had no idea where this passage would lead, but we prayed that it would offer us a way out. And then, as we rounded a corner, we emerged into a chamber unlike anything we had ever seen. It was a vast underground world, illuminated by the eerie glow of bioluminescent fungi that clung to the walls and ceiling. But what filled us with wonder and dread were the skeletal remains of the ancient tribe, a people who had sought refuge within this hidden world only to meet a tragic end. Their bones lay scattered throughout the chamber, a silent testament to the horrors they had faced. As we explored further, we discovered that the chamber was not empty. The tribe had once coexisted with a species of luminescent creatures, glowing insect-like beings that emitted an ethereal light. These creatures had formed a symbiotic relationship with the tribe, offering protection and illumination in exchange for shelter within the cave. We realized that we had found a sanctuary, a place where we could rest and regroup. We fashioned crude torches from the bioluminescent fungi and made a camp within the chamber. It was a chance to catch our breath, to tend to our wounds, and to plan our escape. But we knew that the lizard people were still out there, their relentless pursuit undeterred by the darkness of the cave. We could not stay hidden forever, and our only hope lay in finding a way out of this underground world. As we explored further, we discovered a series of tunnels that led deeper into the cave system. The markings on the walls suggested that these tunnels would eventually lead us to the surface, away from the jungle and the nightmare that had haunted us. Our journey through the tunnels was fraught with peril, narrow passages, treacherous drops, and the constant fear that the lizard people were closing in. But we pressed on, our determination unwavering, our torches casting long shadows on the ancient stone. Then, as we ventured deeper into the tunnels, we encountered a discovery that filled us with dread. The walls were adorned with more hieroglyphic-like markings, but these told a different story, a story of a civilization that had once worshipped the lizard people as gods. It was a chilling revelation, and we realized that the lizard people were not mere predators. They were the rulers of this underground world. The markings spoke of rituals and sacrifices of a tribe that had willingly served the lizard people in exchange for their protection. We knew that we had to proceed with caution, for the lizard people were still out there, their raptors ready to strike. The tunnel seemed endless, and it felt as though we were descending deeper into a nightmarish abyss. As days turned into weeks, we pressed on, our determination unwavering. We had no choice but to find a way out, to escape this underground world and the horrors that lurked within its depths. Then, one fateful day, as we rounded a corner in the tunnels, we stumbled upon a chamber that held the answer to our prayers. It was a vast underground river, its waters illuminated by the eerie glow of bioluminescent fungi. The markings on the walls suggested that this river led to the surface, away from the jungle and the nightmare that had haunted us. We knew that our salvation lay before us, but the journey would not be easy. The underground river was treacherous, its currents swift and unpredictable. We fashioned makeshift rafts from the fungi-covered rocks and embarked on a perilous voyage. As we navigated the underground river, the darkness seemed to close in around us, and the echoes of our surroundings grew deafening. We knew that the lizard people were still out there, their raptors poised to strike, and our every moment was fraught with tension. Then, as we neared the surface, we encountered a discovery that filled us with hope and dread. The river led to a massive underground chamber, illuminated by the ethereal glow of countless bioluminescent creatures, and at its center stood a colossal ancient tree, a tree unlike any we had ever seen. The tree's roots reached down into the water, and its branches stretched up toward the ceiling of the chamber, disappearing into the darkness. It was a living, breathing entity, and it radiated a palpable sense of power and presence. We realized that this tree was the key to our escape, a portal to the surface world. The markings on the wall spoke of a ritual that would allow us to commune with the tree and harness its ancient power. With trepidation and determination, we conducted the ritual, our voices echoing through the chamber. The tree responded, its branches stirring with a mystical energy. And then, as if in response to our call, a brilliant light filled the chamber, blinding us with its intensity. When we awoke, we found ourselves on the surface, far from the jungle and the nightmare that had haunted us for so long. We were battered and bruised, our bodies covered in cuts and scrapes, but we were alive. The jungle had become a distant memory, a nightmare that we had escaped against all odds. The lizard people and their raptors were gone, their existence reduced to a chilling tale of survival. We knew that we would carry the scars of that ordeal with us for the rest of our lives, but we were also filled with a profound sense of gratitude. We had defied the horrors of the jungle, and we had emerged from the darkness into the light of a new day. The Congo had revealed its secrets, and we had lived to tell the tale. Our journey had been a nightmare beyond imagination, but it had also been a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. As we made our way back to civilization, the echoes of the jungle and its terrors haunted our every step. We knew that we could never erase the memory of what we had endured, and we could only hope that our tale would serve as a warning to any who dared to venture into the uncharted heart of the Congo. The jungle had become a place of nightmares, a realm where the line between reality and nightmare had blurred beyond recognition. It was a place where the unimaginable became all too real, and the horrors that lurked in the shadows were better left undiscovered.
This reality never ceases to amaze me. What a tale. Now click subscribe and like this video for more strange Nexus.